Hello students, welcome back to the online session on basic electronics. In this session we will be learning about rectifiers, that is bridge rectifier. So what are the contents we'll be dealing today? Will be bridge rectifier, introduction to bridge rectifier, its construction and working, derivation for various parameters, advantages and disadvantages of bridge rectifier, and in the notes refer pages from 31 to 38. Okay, so before I start with bridge rectifier, we have already covered the portions on half wave rectifier as well as full wave rectifier, that is using center tap transformer. So I hope you have gone through those videos and cleared everything and understood the concept of these two rectifiers. Now we have also seen the drawback of center tap transformer. Okay, center tap transformer, one thing is it is very costly. So the building up of that circuit using center tap transformer is expensive. And second is about the peak inverse voltage, that is 2 times the peak value, that is peak voltage, which is always not, it cannot be done. Okay, that's why we are going further about bridge rectifier. Now let's study about bridge rectifier. Okay, now the bridge rectifier, the circuit diagram of a full wave bridge rectifier uses 4 diodes which are connected in the form of bridge. Okay, here the main important part is it is using how many diodes? 4 diodes. The AC voltage to be rectified is applied across the primary of the transformer and the voltage across the secondary is available for rectification. In both the previous sessions we have already studied how does a step down transformer work, okay, and what is rectification, okay, what is happening in the circuit, everything we have studied. Okay, so in the step down transformer the AC voltage, supply voltage, is given across the primary of the transformer and across the secondary of the transformer we are giving the input voltage which is available for rectification. And very important note, the transformer which we are using here is a step down transformer. What is step down transformer doing? It will make the supply voltage, or it will reduce the supply voltage to the level which is available, which makes the circuit work properly. Okay, so step down transformer will make the voltage suitable for working of that circuit. Okay, so we all know that 230-volt supply, which is the power supply or the main source supply, from that most of the circuit cannot work. So we need to reduce that voltage. That is the use of step down transformer, and complete working of a step down transformer is shown in the half wave rectifier video. Please go through that. Okay, so in the step down transformer we have the primary part where the primary windings are there, and in the secondary part there is the secondary windings. Okay, so now using this we are making use of bridge rectifier. So step down transformer is there, along with that how many diodes? 4 diodes are used. Okay, full wave bridge rectifier rectifies both cycle of the AC input. Okay, so any AC signal input, that is a sinusoidal wave, will have positive half cycle as well as negative half cycle. So even in full wave bridge rectifier like full wave center tap rectifier, it will rectify both cycle of the AC input, that is positive cycle as well as negative cycle. Let us see the circuit diagram of full wave bridge rectifier. Okay, so here the input is given across the primary of the transformer, that is you can see here it is denoted as V1. Then we have the step down transformer. Please clearly note that the number of turns in the primary is greater than number of turns in the secondary. Very important in step down transformer, when you draw the diagram, it is the number of turns in the primary is greater than number of turns in the secondary when we are making use of a step down transformer. And the voltage which is available for rectification is what? Is V2. This voltage is available for rectification. And the diodes, here you can see D1, D2, D3 and D4. 4 diodes are placed in a which fashion it is forming a bridge. Okay, and the output is taken across the load resistance RL. Okay, so this is clear, the circuit diagram is clear. Okay, so the input is given, then the two ends, and the output is taken across the other two ends. Okay, so this is a circuit diagram of a step down of a full wave bridge rectifier. Okay, let us see the working. Okay, so during the positive half cycle, the diode D1 and D2 are forward biased and diode D3 and D4 are reverse biased. During the negative half cycle, the diode D3 and D4 are forward biased and diode D1 and D2 are reverse biased. Let us see how. Okay, now just see this circuit diagram. Okay, now the voltage which I am giving is only for the positive half cycle. Okay, so complete cycle is a combination of positive as well as a negative half cycle. That is a AC input signal. Okay, so during the positive half cycle, what happens? During the positive half cycle, if you see here, this is plus. Okay, and this is minus. Right? So what happens to that? When this is plus, please check the polarity of this diode. Okay, so this diode, this is a P side, okay, is connected to the positive terminal, right? And if you observe D2, okay, D2, the negative side is connected to the negative terminal, and what about the positive side? It is connected to the positive terminal. Okay, and what about D3? D3, if you see, it is connected to the N side, is connected to the positive terminal. So what will be D3? D3 will be reverse bias. And what about D4? D4 is here. P side is connected to which side? To the negative, right? So that's why D4 is also reverse bias. So from this circuit, what we can understand? D1, then D2. These two diodes are in on state, or these are in forward bias state, forward state. That is, it is forming a closed circuit. So let us see how does the current flow. See the way of current. Okay, so the current will be flowing in this direction. So from D1, okay, so it will flow in this direction because these two are open, D3 and D4 are open. So it will choose this path, that is from D1 it will go to the direction to load resist RL, and from D2 it will go back. So this is a complete path. Okay, and see the direction of the current, it is in this direction. Okay, so whatever the positive half cycle of the input is delivered at the load across the output. Okay, so the direction of the current is following the same as we are giving the input. Okay, so because of D1 and D2 we get the output during what cycle? During the positive half cycle. Now let us see what happens during the negative half cycle. During the negative half cycle, students, see here, this is the negative half cycle. Now I am concentrating on what happens. This point now, this is negative. And what about this point? This is positive. Right? When this is negative, now D1 is reverse biased. Why? Because P side is connected to the negative terminal of the supply input. Okay, what about D3 now? D3, right? This N side is connected to the negative terminal, right? And what about D2? D2, N side is connected to the positive terminal, right? And what about D4? D4, I can see that P side is connected to the positive terminal. That means D3 and D4 is now forward biased and D1 and D2 is reverse biased. Okay, so very important here is you need to check the ends to which polarity is connected to. Is it to the positive side of the input or to the negative side of the input? From that you obviously know PN junction diode, the two working, forward bias and reverse bias. So by now you should be very clear with the semiconductor diode working, that is PN junction diode working. Without that you will not understand this concept. So I want you to understand the PN junction diode concept, then only you will understand the working of any rectifiers. Okay, so here now D1 and D2 are reverse biased and D3 and D4 are forward biased. Okay, because of the negative half cycle, now let us see the direction of the current. How is the direction of the current? Okay, so from current will flow from D4, okay, then it will take the path through the load resistor, then it will take the path through the D3 and it will follow this path. Right, so the direction is the same as the input. Okay, so the direction of the load and see the direction of the current across the load, it is using the same path as the positive half cycle. Okay, so the output current again will be like same as the, for the positive half cycle what output we got, same output we are getting for the negative half cycle. Okay, because the direction of the current across the load is in the same way, same direction. Okay, so to understand this better, okay, let us watch one video. Okay, and then we'll see, get back to the session.
Bridge rectifier. In this video we are going to see about the construction and working of a bridge rectifier. A bridge rectifier is an electronic circuit which converts AC voltage into a pulsating DC voltage using both half cycles of the applied AC voltages. Construction. Bridge rectifier consists of a transformer, 4 semiconductor diodes and a load resistor RL. The AC voltage to be rectified is applied across one diagonal of the bridge through a power transformer. The load resistor RL is connected across the other diagonal of the bridge. Working. When the AC voltage is applied to the input circuit, the end terminals A and B of the transformer secondary becomes positive and negative alternately. During positive half cycle of the AC input voltage terminal, A is positive with respect to terminal B. In this situation, diodes D1 and D3 are forward biased, whereas diode D2 and D4 are reverse biased. Therefore, diode D1 and D3 conduct and a current flows through the load resistor RL. The current produces a voltage drop across RL. During the negative half cycle of the AC input voltage terminal is positive with respect to terminal A. In this situation, diode D2 and D4 are forward biased, whereas diode D1 and D3 are reverse biased. Therefore, diode D2 and D4 contact and a current flows through the load resistor RL. The current produces a voltage drop across RL. Input and output waveforms. Input voltage waveform. Output voltage waveform when D1 and D3 is conducting. Output voltage waveform when D2 and D4 is conducting. Combined output voltage waveform. Load current waveform. Advantages. The need of center-tapped transformer is eliminated. The output is twice that of the center-tapped circuit for the same secondary voltage. The peak inverse voltage, that is PIV, is 1/2 that of the center-tapped circuit, that is for same DC output. Disadvantages. It requires 4 diodes. The load resistor and the source have no common point. Two diodes in series conduct during each half cycle of the AC input. It increases the total voltage drop and losses.